guys, so we're outside in front of the house, and as you might see, I've got a bunch of stuff all around me, and this is kind of one of the less glamorous parts of keeping reptiles. You kind of have all the things showcased that everyone enjoys, you know, the feeding, the setting up the cool cages, just showing off the animals, period, and that's all pretty cool, you know, but when it comes down to it, the work really doesn't get showcased, and you really don't get to see how much work goes on behind the scenes and how much stuff that we all do to maintain these large collections. And for somebody like me that doesn't really have the ability to just deal with like the bare minimum for their animals, like I have to have like cages set up like with crazy stuff in them and everything, so I tend to use a ton of supplies for my animals. I don't even use racks that often anymore, but all these tubs and stuff still get used for different things. And I've got some cages here that need cleaning, some wood, some plants, some hides, some bedding, well, not some bedding, some hides, some water dishes, all that stuff, you know. So basically everything needs cleaning. And this is just everything that needs cleaning today. So I'm going to get started, and first I guess I'll show you kind of an idea of everything. I will kind of go over everything that needs to be cleaned. Okay, so first things first, you got this Exoterra cage. It's 18 by 18 by 24 tall. You got all that wood there. Those are like big ass pieces of wood that are gonna be a pain in the ass. Inside those garbage bags there, you've got probably like 15-20 different tubs. You've got tubs up on the staircase there. You've got a bunch of different tubs and supplies in other tubs, and there's like 3 other cages over there. So yeah, basically what I'm going to be doing is just kind of rinsing everything off here, getting all the gunk and poop and bedding off of everything, and then going inside using the sink to clean things off a little bit more thoroughly. And I probably won't show that part, but I'm just going to kind of do, I guess, a quick time lapse of what my regular cleanings entail, because this is a regular, probably monthly thing that I do. A big gigantic thing like this. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. Now that I've switched to mostly cages, there's a lot less cleaning to do for the most part, because I don't have to sit there and clean tubs. And the way that I would usually work with my racks is I would have like probably 20 or 30 extra tubs for each rack. So rather than just cleaning the tub that the animal was in and then putting it back in that tub, I'd just throw that tub outside dirty and switch it into a clean tub, and then those dirty tubs would pile up, and then I would just take a day to clean them all, and then, you know, kind of vice versa, and switch it around. But yeah, so I guess let's just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna have to do this without like getting the camera all wet. It should be interesting. And there's probably gonna be people walking by like saying strange things, so don't worry about that. Alright, let's get started.
Maybe I was spent driving all alone. One meant to tell me not to pick up the phone. Maybe I was not the one for you, but maybe you were just as confused too. Maybe I was not the one for you, but maybe you were just as confused too. Just as confused too.
basically it for outside. Now I get to figure out how the hell I'm getting it all back inside and where I'm going to put it. And cleaning it again. That's kind of a idea, I guess, of like the monthly cleaning of the supplies, as I guess I call it. And it really depends. From cage to cage, I will clean things a little bit differently. Some cages I just clean everything all in one go and then put it all back in. It really just depends, and right now I'm just kind of glad that it's over. That's basically it. There were a couple casualties. We had a couple plants and stuff I had to throw away, and my shoes are probably ruined, but other than that, we're good. And what's tough about these cages is without the tops on them, you have to be like super careful, because this plastic right here is like really cheapo plastic, and it'll just snap on you, and the doors will like break off. So you can't like put any pressure on the front or on like this. Really, it's just like it's really awkward. And then the bottoms are sharp, so it's just, I don't know. That's the only problem I have with the Exoterras. Is just like the top just seems really flimsy. Other than that, I love them, and I try to do the like complete cleaning of them as little as physically possible, because it is kind of a pain. Usually I can deal with just basically getting a paper towel and just like spraying it down with just random cleaning products, reptile cleaning products. You don't want to just use like any like cleaning product that can be bad for your animals. But basically I just do that and then wipe it down with a paper towel, and that usually can cover it. But I just kind of was in a spree of cleaning cages today, so I figured it might as well just do that. So yeah, I hope you guys kind of, well, not necessarily enjoyed, but kind of got a glimpse into my world, and I'm gonna try and do more videos like this, where it's just kind of the daily things I do, or the weekly, monthly, whatever, just like the work, not just the fun. So kind of figured I would try and display a little bit of that, because I think there's a lot of kids getting into the hobby that don't really realize what goes into it, and one, how much money it costs, two, how much work you have to put in, three, how much time is consumed just taking care of them and cleaning. And to be honest, I think the harder part isn't as much taking care of the animal and worry about the animal itself. It's worrying about the feeders and the supplies and the cage and cleaning everything. Like, the animal itself is the easy part, and people don't seem to understand that. So when you're thinking of just jumping into getting a huge collection or getting a bunch of animals, it's something you got to consider. It's something you really have to think about. It's how much of your life is consumed by taking care of them and doing all these things, and thinking of the things that you need to worry about beforehand, like where you're gonna get food, where you're gonna get your supplies, if you're gonna go online, and all these things. And I'd highly suggest figuring all that stuff out beforehand. I'd like to try and kind of compile a list of like what to do before you even get your animal, so I'll try and maybe do that, have some sort of video just like before getting your animal, what to do, or some random, I don't know what I'd title it. I never have good titles. So you guys will hopefully get the gist of the video though. So yeah, and I've still got a lot to do, so I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.